The true me. What does that even mean? It sounds like one of those faux philosophical lines you'd hear in a black and white cologne commercial. For instance, a strange reflection suddenly occurred to me, that if I had lived before on the moon or on Mars, and there had committed the most disgraceful and dishonorable action, and had there been put to such shame and ignominy as one can only conceive and realize in dreams, in nightmares, and if finding myself afterwards on Earth, I were able to retain the memory of what I had done on the other planet, and at the same time knew that I should never, under any circumstances, return there then. Looking from the Earth to the moon, should I care or not? To evade the bondage of system and habit, of family maxims, class opinions, and, in some degree, of national prejudices. To accept tradition only as a means of information, and existing facts only as a lesson used in doing otherwise and doing better. To seek the reason of things for oneself and in oneself alone. To tend to results without being bound to means, and to aim at the substance through the form. Such are the principal characteristics of what I shall call the philosophical method of the Americans. Men are no longer bound together by ideas, but by interests. And it would seem as if human opinions were reduced to a sort of intellectual dust, scattered on every side, unable to collect, unable to cohere. I suddenly felt that it was all the same to me whether the world existed or whether there had never been anything at all. I began to feel with all my being that there was nothing existing. You see, though nothing mattered to me, I could feel pain, for instance. If anyone had struck me, it would have hurt me. It was the same morally if anything very pathetic happened. I should have felt pity just as I used to do in old days when there were things in life that did matter to me. I saw clearly that so long as I was still a human being and not nothingness, I was alive and so could suffer, be angry and feel shame at my actions. Philosophy doth consist in this, for a man to preserve that spirit which is within him, from all manner of contumelies and injuries, and above all pains or pleasures. Never to do anything either rashly or feignedly or hypocritically, wholly to depend from himself and his own proper actions. All things that happen unto him to embrace contentedly, as coming from him from whom he himself also came, and above all things, with all meekness and a calm cheerfulness, to expect death as being nothing else but the resolution of those elements, of which every creature is composed. The greater part of the conscious thinking of a philosopher is secretly influenced by his instincts and forced into definite channels. The spectacle of the Tartuffery of old Kant, equally stiff and decent, with which he entices us into the dialectic byways that lead, more correctly mislead, to his categorical imperative, makes us fastidious ones smile, we who find no small amusement in spying out the subtle tricks of old moralists and ethical preachers.